Mike Morrison, a chiseled athlete, is like a UFC fighter entering the ring. Morrison going on board the Freedom to jump overboard into the frigid Arctic waters in Southern California after losing a bet to Phil Friedman. Morrison predicted a 400-pound bluefin tuna at 22nd Street Landing. It did not happen.
Captain Mark Paisano, you are here for a very special event. What do you have to say?
I don't know.
That's perfect. You are here for a special event. What do you think?
I think he's going to be cold.
Yeah?
And he's going to be rejuvenated, and he might get an ear infection.
All right, perfect.
Perfect.
How are you feeling?
I'm not regretting my decision.
You're not?
It's just freaking cold. It's so cold.
Morrison is a man of his word.
Can I go?
Thank God I didn't have to do it. Good job. How about some applause, everybody?
Good job, Mikey. You're the man. You are the man, Mike.
Well done, Captain Mike Morrison. You know, every century, perhaps every millennium, a man like Mike Morrison comes along, a man of his word who does what he says he was going to do. It is indeed an honor to call him my friend, and I simply can't wait to make another bet with him soon. Hey, good morning, my friends, and welcome to the morning briefing. That was Mike Morrison at 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro. A huge crowd had gathered there. If you don't believe me, just listen toward the end of the tape there, and you'll hear the applause. It's thundering, the applause that Morrison got for jumping in the water and honoring his bet. What a guy, the manager of 22nd Street Landing in San Pedro. What a day it was yesterday. I was out with Tom Durr, and we went whale watching with a group of people and had such a great time. Saw a lot of gray whales and just thousands, huge pod of dolphin. It was such a lovely day. It actually kind of got warm out there at one point in time, and the ocean was flat calm. It was beautiful. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the morning briefing. That is so darn good. Hey, it is great to be back with you. Had a fun day down there at 22nd Street Landing. As I said, those really small whale watch trips, I mean, small in terms of the amount of people, 6 people on board, really, really fun stuff. And the Judith Ann there out of 22nd Street Landing really can move. Hey, do me a favor, hit that like button, because today we just amassed 6,000 subscribers and 1.5 million views. And I make absolutely no mistake about who's responsible for that, and that is each and every one of you and your great support. I can't thank you enough. I can see a huge year here in 2023. So please hit that like button, share these videos if you like them, tick the bell. You'll be notified when there's new content, and subscribe today. We'll keep you in touch with all the very, very latest and deeply appreciated. Well, you can look out there. It's a beautiful morning here, but there is a swell building. There's some wind offshore right now. In fact, out there around Tanner Bank, it's kind of nasty, and east of the east end of Catalina Island. You see beautiful Catalina Island behind me, silhouetted in this gorgeous sunrise this morning. There's some wind there. It's all going to go away by Tuesday. In fact, Tanner Bank will be nice and calm in terms of the wind. There won't be much wind at all, but there'll be a residual 6-foot swell at least. So we'll keep our eyes on all of that for you. All right, let me start you out by catching you up on some fishing dope, and then move you up from Mexico up to this neck of the woods. We'll start down there in Cabo San Lucas, where Captain Sean Morgan, who's hanging around here but in constant contact with his boat, the Wild and Sack. They are continuing to do very, very well down there on striped marlin. Good-sized dorado, not a lot of them, but a sprinkling of that stuff down around the Golden Gate Bank on the Pacific side, down toward there at least. And man, there has been really some great marlin fishing. Moving you up to the San Quintin area, that's 140 miles south of the border. In that neck of the woods out by San Martin Island along the coastal areas, we are seeing some really excellent fishing going on for both the yellowtail and the yo-yo iron. And also, we are seeing some really good rock fishing. Yo-yo iron, that's a smaller, heavier jig. You can use a bigger jig also, but it's a heavy jig that you drop deep and wind on fast. And when it loads up, you are on. And the fun thing about fishing the Baja coast, whether it's Collinet or down there, and I'll get to that in a moment, Collinet or down there at San Quintin, is sometimes you'll hook a big ling or a big old vermilion rockfish, and other times you'll hook a big forky. So there are some nice yellows bouncing around down there. Up there at Collinet, the boats that are fishing down there out of San Diego having great rock fishing and getting in on some great yellowtail fishing. Not great, but decent yellowtail fishing down there in that neck of the woods at times. Those trips are a great way for you to continue rock fishing. If you need to get a rockfish fix, it's a good way to do it is to get on a San Diego-based boat and head on down to Collinet. Now, up there around Ensenada area, we've got our friends at Blackfin Sport Fishing out there on Punta Banda, and Victor and all the guys that make that place so very special are fishing for rockfish, lings. They love to focus on that, bouncing a jig off the bottom or dropper looping with a nice fat mackerel. If you bring down some fresh dead squid, fresh dead frozen squid, that's not a bad idea. You can really turn that into some excellent rock fishing. And you know, if you feel like it, you can go in the Punta Banda area and catch nice calico bass there also. There's some really good calico fishing in there. You prefer to fish the plastics or swim baits, you can do that also. Punta Banda is great. And also our friends at Costa Baja Sport Fishing, Diego Nuno, deckhand on the Royal Star. He does such a great job. You can find him on Facebook. And Arnie Sport Fishing does a great job also. Those guys are located more in the center of Ensenada, whereas Victor and Blackfin are out on Punta Banda. Either case, it's really, really fun to drive across the border and experience Baja hospitality. I love fishing in Mexico, but I love the whole experience, the culture, the people, the food. It just can't be beat. It is really a great experience for you all. All right, getting you up here into this neck of the woods, our sand bass fishing continues on the local scene, far from wide open. In fact, it seems to have taken a step backwards. Most of the guys are focusing more on the sculpin. Having said that, if you're doing a few things right, you can come away with a limit of sand bass. I'm not kidding you, but it's at a fish per rod or below a fish per rod for most of the landings right now. By doing things right, let's be clear about it. Fishing heavier line because you're fishing structure, fishing fluorocarbon. So I'm going to recommend 40-pound Opsin fluorocarbon. That's going to really help you to get those fish out of the structure. That's where they live, near that structure. So you've got to pull hard and get them out of there. So keep that in mind, my friends. And we love Opsin, www.opsinusa.com. That is definitely a great way for you to get the job done. Put in FA at checkout and get a discount. So fishing that, fish a bigger hook. Also, you're fishing fresh dead or live squid. So, 3-0 hook, 5-0 hook. Some guys recommend even bigger than that. So you definitely want to start to wind hard when you get a bite and get them away from the structure. Once they're up 5-6 feet and you're away from the structure, you should be okay. Good sculpin fishing to help round out the set. San Diego boats, Dana Wharf boats, San Pedro boats, Monte Carlo up there out of Marina del Rey, the Spitfire, New Del Mar. All those guys have been experiencing that up there out of Marina del Rey. They also run twilight trips on, I think, Friday and Saturday night. Yeah, and they've been quite good, actually. They've been really, really good. Good opportunity to catch some sand bass at night. So keep that also in mind. Now, along the beaches here, you can definitely fish this surf fish. You make your cast right now with a chrome crocodile, and then you come through that water right there. So you have to time your cast. What you don't want to do is cast in front of a breaking wave, and then you're screwed up. Wait for a wave to break. Now I would wait for that second wave out there. You can easily get back beyond that and then come in between those waves. That's with a crocodile, Lucky Craft, Castmaster, all those work really, really well. So keep that in mind, and that'll pay off big for you. Hey, I mentioned I'll be at the Challengers Angler Club Wednesday night. I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to seeing some old friends out there, and looking forward to a lovely evening. Wednesday night, Challengers Anglers Club. So I'll see you there. I'm really looking forward to that. And also, Tuesday night, we'll be live from 22nd Street Landing with a live show. You can participate, send your questions in. That is also something that we love to do with each and every one of you. Pretty good barred perch fishing. The water's cold. It's like 39 freaking degrees out here in my swim trunks and bare feet when I get back to the house, my feet are always really, really numb. So, yeah, I know. Why don't you put on a pair of shoes, you idiot? Good point. I'll have to think about that. I don't know why I don't do that. I guess I just, once in a while, at my old age, I like to feel like I'm still got that toxic masculinity flowing through my veins. So, beautiful conditions here. Hopefully some guys will get some stuff done, but you can see those sets of waves coming now. There's some big ones heading this way. I'm probably going to get swamped on that third one. Once again, thank you. 6,000 subscribers. Really appreciate it. You should try that whale watching with Tom. And of course, we're going to be watching everything for you very, very closely. Mike Morrison, a man of his word. That was really, really fun stuff. So, still rock fishing available with San Diego-based boats or driving across the border. Good marlin fishing down there in Cabo. Yellows still in the mix for Punta Colonad as well as the San Quintin area. Great barred perch fishing along the beaches down in Mexico right now, and some pretty good up north on County Line, up there around Ventura, Oxnard area. We're seeing some good, really good barred perch fishing going on in that neck of the woods. All right, everybody. Live from Surfside. No, we're not live. We're taped now by the time you see this. It's always great to be with you. I can't thank you enough for all you have done to help us grow. 2023 is showing great growth, all thanks to you. All right, my friends, have a great morning, and I hope to see you really, really soon. Ah, delicious. Got a new Daiwa rod for his birthday and turned it into a white sea bass. Happy birthday! What a way to celebrate a birthday! Congratulations, Jonathan.
A lot of times here, it's been the most popular lure has been this Nomad DTX minnow. 2 of these in the water and 2 Marauders in the water, and these always seem to get bit first. So if you're going to be trolling, you want to definitely pick up one of these.
Point Vincenti days back in the 70s. Look at that.
Nothing better than a wide open calico bass bite along the Baja coast.
Hola. Good one. Swimming with it.
Always memorable times with Costa Baja sport fishing near Ensenada.
These 2 Pongero guys, commercial fishermen, they had been drifting for 5 days.
Jeez.
They said a cruise ship almost ran over them at night. Like literally they could touch the side of it. Another yacht pulled up to them and goes, oh, we'll call. They were kind of like leery. They go, we'll call the authorities, and no one ever showed up. So we give them water, and these guys are just gut, and it goes right through them. Man, we gave them showers and clothes, and we call the Mexican Navy. They pretty much thought they bought
First cast coming up. Dad Leland's back. He ain't screwing around anymore.
Freaking nice barred perch.
Ah, life's good. Woo!
Good job, man.
Oh, Phil, I'm so glad you talked me into this.
Woo! What a way to start the morning briefing.